So I never realized how much I could get done within an hour. Like after becoming a mom, if you have like an hour time frame where you know that you'll be able to like get a bunch of stuff done at once. I mean, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I'll just like ignore that hour exists and just, relax. But a lot of the time, that hour makes or breaks the day, because it like sets a stone like like I can get a bunch of stuff done this hour, so I won't have to do it later, and I don't have to worry about it while trying to homeschool and get the kids to bed, whatever, like it's this hour in the morning where I can get a bunch of stuff done. Well, yesterday, I got screwed up. Yesterday, I got a notification from a company saying that I had, well, actually it was my credit card company, saying that there were 4 charges by this particular company, of which I knew I did not make any purchases with, because this credit card is one of those ones that's like, it's emergency, we're just gonna pack this away, I don't want to use it because the interest kills you. So definitely wasn't using that. I contacted my credit card company. They said, well, you need to contact the merchant first because it hasn't fully taken it out from us. So contact the merchant, see if they can cancel it. Okay, cool. So I'm thinking, okay, this is like a simple fix. This should probably only take like 15-20 minutes, right? Oh, so wrong. So it was probably one of the worst customer service experiences of my life. It took about 15 to 20 minutes just for them to find my like personal account for this merchant, like my personal login, because I gave them what it was, and I told them from the get-go, like, it could be one of two different emails. I can't remember. It's not what I use to log in, because iPhone, you just touch ID everything, so I don't know my logins. That's what the key password thing is for, and my fingerprint or stuff, like I don't know. Okay, that's a lie. I know my passwords, but like I can't remember which username I use, like, ever. This lady that I'm on the phone with, she tries logging me in with this particular email and asks me for my address. And she said, well, this isn't matching up. And I said, okay, like I'm thinking, okay, so then do we need to try a different email? Like when I log into my account, it just shows my phone number. Can we try that? And she's like, let me get your address again. I gave her my address 5 more times. I think 5. I don't know. It felt like, I'm pretty sure. Because in each time until the last time, I had to like even like start. Yeah? Got something to say? Hi. Hi, bug. So, anyways, gave my address like 5 billion times. It went from 5 to 5 billion. Same. And it still wasn't going through. And at this point, like, I'm, okay, just, Linda, honey, listen. That's what I wanted to say, like, on the inside, like, Linda, honey, listen. But I didn't. Should get brownie points for that. Anyways, so, moving on. She never took my phone number, and then she finally wanted to take my other email address. And, okay, found it, cool. Awesome. So now we're in my account, and she's like, okay, so what's going on? I'm like, okay, finally. And this is at like the 15-20 minute mark. And this is in between multiple, like, putting me on hold, like, okay. And she wouldn't say anything. She'd just disappear. Or she would say something like, okay, hold on, please. But then wouldn't tell me how long. I've worked in customer service. I've the type of person, like, I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing, why I need to put you on hold, and about how long I think it's going to take. Like, just, be courteous and respectful of that other person's time too, because, they don't expect to be on the phone for an hour. So she kept doing this a lot, and it was really, really irritating. Like, don't be afraid to, like, tell me, like, hey, I'm just gonna, like, discuss this with someone else, give me, okay, cool, I actually appreciate that. But anyway, so she was gone for like 2 to 5 minutes at a time. Really? You want to start fake coughing? Yeah, you want to start fake coughing for attention? Ridiculous. Anyways, I'm almost done. So, poop. What was I gonna say? He's cute. Kind of throws me off. Okay, so it was like 2 to 5 minutes at a time. And that, like, I was put on hold. So, anyways, finally we're to the point where I can explain the situation. I said, okay, I made these certain purchases on the 3rd. And I made this one purchase on the 4th, but this particular card was not used, and I had looked it up.
I have snot.
You have snot? You have snot in your nose? Okay, do you want to hand me your snot rag and I can help you? I love being a mom. She's eating breakfast and then comes up and says, I have snot in my nose. Alright, let's do this thing. You okay? Okay, all better?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Answer these.
what? This is Coffee Confessions.
Daddy, get the leaves in the bag.
Oh, yeah. Daddy put the leaves in the bag. Because you guys need to know that. So just so you know, he's taking care of our leaves. Yeah. So the yard looks all pretty. I don't know what she's yelling about now. So finally to the point that I'm like explaining to her what's going on. So I made these set purchases, but I didn't make these ones that were made on this particular card. And I didn't make these purchases on the 4th, for one. 2, I don't recognize the amounts. 3, like, this card should not be used. And 4, like, my like subscribed and saved type thing, like my subscription for certain things I've canceled because we didn't need them, so shouldn't be anything coming out other than the purchases that I made on the 3rd, right? So I explained this and she said, okay, let's go over your purchases. Okay, so she starts listing them. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna stop you right there. The purchases that are on my list, like that are in transit, are not from this card. Like, it hasn't, the purchase actually hasn't gone through. And it was made on the 4th. I didn't make any on the 4th. Oh, you look so cute. And it was, no matter how I explained it, she wasn't seem to getting that, like, I did not make these purchases. And, like, if my card was used on my account, it shouldn't be, because, you know, these things were canceled and all that stuff. She was going through the list again, and I finally got to the point where I just interrupted her. Like, at this point, this is at, I believe, the 47-minute mark. I was being put on hold a bunch of times after explaining what was going on. And I'm just, at this point, like, I don't want to be on the phone anymore. I've wasted so much time just trying to... See, this is what happens when you're on the phone. Like, it's not easy with 2 kids. Within that time frame, sorry, little side rant. Within that time frame, I changed like 2 dirty diapers. She used her toddler potty, so the big potty, and that was nasty. And I had to change my son twice. And I wasn't able to do anything else because I'm like on the phone, but how often she put me on hold, I actually started like doing dishes somewhat and stuff like that. So anyway, oh my goodness, I'm getting pulled at and yelled at. Yes, my dear. Yes, my dear. Okay, found her hair. So, okay. So, 47-minute mark. I finally, like when she was going through the list again, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stop you right there because I can't think of this anymore. These purchases were not made by me. Like, I didn't intentionally purchase these items. I don't recognize the amounts. These were the amounts because she had already asked for that. And I said, if anything, you should be asking for the card number. Like, you shouldn't need my card number. And she ends up, she put me on hold again. And she disappeared for a good, probably 6 or 7 minutes. And, I don't know, it was a while. And she came back and wanted to ask for, or she wanted to know the amounts again that the purchases were made, and all the stuff, wanted to tell me what they were. I'm like, why haven't you taken my card number? Like, if you're curious about like what's going on, just take that particular card number because it shouldn't be in use. I haven't used it on my account, and that's the problem. And so she finally did, but it didn't do any good. Okay, so long story short, because I'm getting climbed on, I ended up hanging up. I'm like, you know what? I know everything is canceled, and the card shouldn't be used, and if I get shipped something that I shouldn't have been shipped, I'm just going to return it. I'd rather deal with having to return items than ever call that particular customer service again. Like, it put me behind for the morning. So that's pretty much it. That was my customer service experience with 2 kids. Not fun, and a giant waste of time. So there's like this weird thing, this weird in-between thing of like, yeah, technology is taking away jobs. Well, maybe they should take away some, because that could have gone better. So, yeah. Say bye.
It's you.
That's complete gibberish.